Hey guys, I'm Bryson here. Welcome to my show, and today we're gonna be reacting to somebody living in Atlanta making 100K. And before you say, Tommy, that's so much money in Atlanta. Well, she also owes 230K in student loan debt. How do I know that? I read the description. I always cheat. I'm sorry, okay? So today we're gonna react to that, guys. But as always, if you guys want me to react to anything, well, comment down below or tag me in those videos that we can see exactly what you guys want me to react to, and I'll react to it also, okay? Now, without further ado, and as always, guys, if you guys are new here, make sure to go ahead and basically subscribe to the channel, hit the bell to get notified, and top out also destroy the like button. Without further ado, let's see what you do with 100K in Atlanta.
My total amount in student loans is $230,000.
$230,000, guys. That is a lot of money.
I don't feel great about having that large amount of debt.
I don't think anybody would.
But at the same time, I don't let it hinder me in what I do in my life.
I think people make this excuse like, I can still have a normal life, but usually your priority should be, hey, let me get rid of all this debt. I wonder if it's 100K pre-tax or post-tax. Like post-tax is after taxes, pre-tax is before taxes. It's completely different. This one is gonna be fun, guys. I have a feeling.
My name is Dr. Adrienne Coleman. I'm 30 years old. I make $100,000 a year.
And by the way, guys, there is this whole idea that doctors suck with money, but I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say this woman right here knows what she is doing. Adriana, I think her name is.
I live in Atlanta, Georgia. I've lived in Atlanta my entire life, and the only time I left was to go to grad school in Florida. I moved back because it's a great city.
Awesome.
It's one of the top cities for Black millennials. I love
awesome.
hanging out with
I didn't know that.
my friends, going to the park, going to a lot of my friends' events.
Adriana is a physical therapist who focuses on chronic neck and back pain. I have foot pain, so you can't help me. I'm sorry. Before the pandemic, she would work 7 days a week. I'm guessing now because that's a physical touch thing, right? Probably not really working that much. This picture was posted in 2020 of August, so probably not that much work at all.
I have a full-time job that I work Monday through Thursday, and a job that I do PRN, which means as needed, that I would do Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Since Corona started, I do not work at that second job because it is at a skilled nursing facility, so the contact of coronavirus is heightened.
Yes, sir.
Because the patients do live there and they do not want people coming in and out.
Yeah, a lot of things went down, guys.
The facility.
Adriana decided at a young age that she wanted to become a physical therapist. Cool.
When I was 15 years old, my mother was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. After researching multiple sclerosis, they found out that physical therapy had the best benefits for them.
What is that? That's like a bone problem, right? I think it's a bone problem. Like multiple sclerosis. I think it's like a bone problem. If I'm not incorrect here, comment down below if you guys know about this stuff. I want to know more.
It's not medication. It's funny because I treat my brothers and my dad more than I treat my mom.
Interesting. By the way, everyone has a picture like that, like from the old days. Everyone has. I have one of those too.
My parents are immigrants from Jamaica. They've been here since about the 1980s, and they have taught
That's awesome.
me and my brothers a lot about money. We were given an allowance starting at a young age. I think it was about 6, and I had to sweep the kitchen. And if we did not do our chores.
What do you guys think about that? Like paying kids to like do chores. I don't like the idea because they have to start such a thing like, oh, I have to do something and then I get paid. No, it's like a part of living here, right? I think I would give them an allowance outside of that. But it would have to be for something. I'm just not sure what it would be.
We did not get our allowance. I learned about personal finance through my mom and my dad and a few of my friends who are in finance. My dad is very much so work very hard and then reward yourself with your hard work. So
my dad was always work very hard, earn a lot of money, and then spend it all. You know, I like the idea of like rewarding yourself, but you know, only once the job is done, right? That's when you deserve it. And you don't run a race and then halfway you stop and be like, I'm gonna eat something. No, you know, you're gonna lose the race, obviously, right? You gotta keep running.
So spend money on yourself, travel.
That's a lot of degrees.
Buy nice things for yourself. But my mom, more so, she taught me about investing from an early age, asking for 10% of whatever we earned on allowance or our paycheck and putting that into account for us that we could not touch.
That is very interesting. An allowance, and then having them do the whole idea of like, hey, you have to make it like this so you can save for this and so on. I like that idea.
My relationship to money has changed since I've grown older. I would say that my mom is very cheap, and I used to have that trait, but as I've grown, I've realized that I don't have to be cheap in everything that I buy. So
I don't think you have to be cheap. There's a difference. You can buy quality things, but I don't think you can be spending so much money when you have $230,000 in student loan debt, right? There's a big problem here. So yeah, I don't like that idea.
I value quality over quantity.
I think quality is important, but not when you can afford it. Not when you can't afford it.
I invest a lot of money with my friends by buying their art, buying their clothes, buying their body products. I even solicit them to help me with business.
I think helping friends is very important. And there's the idea that basically, if you don't help me, you're a hater, and only strangers support your friends because your friends are hating on you, all this stuff. I think it's like expectations, right? The expectation of having like, oh, you have to help me because we know each other. It doesn't have to be, you can't expect things from people. If someone wants to help you, they'll help you, but it shouldn't be like, oh, I expect this from you. I don't like that idea at all. I don't like having expectations for anybody.
Business decisions by using them for their graphic design, for website design, anything that I need. I try to outsource that to my friends first and give.
Yeah, if they're capable, yes, why not? That's what connections are for, right? But if they're not capable, I wouldn't do it.
And invest in their businesses before I go to a big corporation. Since coronavirus has hit, my spending habits have changed a lot. I do not go out to eat as much. I do not spend money on clothes and shoes because I'm not going anywhere.
Awesome. And by the way, people buy so many shoes. Like, how many do you need? How many do you need?
I would travel at least once a month, even if it was going to the beach in Florida, because
that's crazy.
Because I do work a lot. Most of my travel money came from my second job, but since I'm not working there currently.
I've seen that a lot, guys. People get like a second job and they use all that money for having fun. It's a dumb idea. Use all that money to get yourself out of debt, so that way you don't have to worry about it. It's like you waste like 20 hours of your day in 1 week and then you just waste it all on this vacation or whatever it is, right? It makes no sense. Grab that money, pay off your debts, and call it a day, fast as possible.
Then I don't have that extra money for travel, but we can't really go anywhere anyways right now, so that's okay.
All right, guys, so let's review this right here. Housing. By the way, her monthly spending is $4,385, and her income is somewhere around, what is it, like $100,000 divided by 12 is somewhere around $8,333. So half and half. Not bad, but it doesn't make sense because if you, again, right, if you make $100K, you should be making this much money per month. She spends $4,000, but only saves and invests like around $400 and $400. So where's the rest of the money going? I don't know. But overall, debt repayment, pay more. Transportation, why so much money? I don't understand. Is it Ubers? Is it your car payment? I don't know what it is. Investments, you shouldn't be investing right now. Pause everything and focus on paying off your debts. Savings, save $1,000 and focus on paying off your debts. Insurance, okay. Miscellaneous, okay. Phone, food, okay. But only what? $50 on food? That's insane. That is not a realistic budget, I think. $50 on food. What does she buy? I'm so interested in that.
Okay. So I put about $200 into a regular savings account, another $200 into a high yield savings account. I put about $420 into my 401k through my job, and they match that as well. And then I put about $20 a month into my own personal Roth IRA.
You see what I'm saying? Sometimes people split themselves like way too thin. The idea is that, again, focus on paying off debt. Once you're done, the idea is you get all the money from the employer match, max it out, right? And then max out basically your Roth IRA if you can. By putting around 10 to 25% of your income. But if it's not that, then just take it easy. Don't split yourself too thin.
Account.
$3,000 in liquid savings and it's working on building. Yeah, that's enough. Until you're done like paying off your debt, and then you can work towards building, for example, a full-blown emergency account. By the way, I love cactuses. I think it's a cactuses. Like I don't know what you say, but it's a cactus like that. So I like cactuses. So nice plant.
Coronavirus has changed my financial goals.
Bro, there's no way this lady is spending $50 a month on food. Unless she's like a genius, like and she's over here. I don't know how she does it, but I want to know how she does it so I can basically copy her, because this is insane.
I'm grateful that I still have my job, but in the event that I didn't, I wouldn't have been able to survive past about 2 months.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. University of Georgia State student loan debt. Let's hear about this. By the way, paying $900, guys, when you owe $230,000 in student loan debt, let's just do math here, and you get charged, for example, just 5% in interest, that's around $11,000 a year just in interest. She pays $900 a month times 12, that's around $10,000. So she's basically just paying the interest. That's all she's doing, okay? That's why it's so insane. You gotta pay off this stuff, man.
My biggest
And your apartment is very expensive. Just a one bedroom, I just noticed, right? Very expensive.
money mistake is going to a private university for grad school.
Yes, sir.
To get a degree in physical therapy.
Yes, sir.
I'm one of 4 kids, so my parents did not have the money.
No one knows. No one knows anything. No one knows anything about anything. Like, you got to do your own research, man. My mom did not know anything about student loans, that nothing about college whatsoever. It's just like, oh, you just go there because everybody else does it. No, there's a formula to do it.
Send all of us to college.
Community college first to get those 60 credits. Then you go, for example, to the 4-year school where you save up money so you can pay for cash, apply for scholarships, and so on and so on and so on and so on.
College. Being a physical therapist is a great job, but you don't make the money compared to the amount of money that you spend to go to school.
Not really true. Not really true. It depends what school you go to, first of all, and how you finessed it. If you did, for example, the whole 6 to 8 years, does it take 8 years to become a physical therapist? I don't think it takes that long. If you take, for example, like the first 2 years in community college, that's cheaper, right? Transfer those credits over to the 4-year school while you're saving up money. You pay for that in cash, you get scholarships and so on. And you can basically graduate with very, very little to no student loan debt, okay? And if you're making $100K, your ROI, well, you double your money basically every 3 years. It's a great investment, but just don't do it with a lot of debt. And don't go to private school. It's too expensive too. The credits are insane.
My total amount of student loan debt is $230,000, and that's combined from undergrad and graduate school.
Undergrad is insane, guys. You see what I'm saying here? Undergrad is insane. Just do that in community college, bro.
2 years ago, I ended with about $180-something thousand, and now it's grown to $230,000.
180, now it's at 230, guys. I'm telling you, man, this stuff is insane. And if you're just paying the interest, you're gonna be screwed forever. Forever, ever, ever, ever.
Because of interest.
If I were a crazy person, guys, I would move back in with my parents, possibly, and just focus on it for the next 3 years, paying off every single dime I owe, and basically becoming financially free as fast as possible. If I were crazy. And I am crazy. You guys know this.
Rather live my life than throw thousands of dollars into trying to pay this debt off. And it's so much, I don't feel like right now that I just started my career 2 years ago that I could get ahead of this debt.
Yeah, you can though. You can. And it's like living this false scenario of like when you're having fun and doing all this stuff, and in reality, you're just not ready to have this stuff yet. You gotta pay this stuff off. I was gonna curse there. You gotta pay this stuff off and just call it a day. That's the idea. Certain things that you want to get right now, you can't. It's like being a kid. Your mom says, no, you can't do it right now. I'm sorry, hon, right? That's the idea here. You can't afford it. I'm sorry.
I am on an income-based plan. I pay a minimum amount for 20 to 25 years, and at the end of that year, I am able to have my loans discharged, but I do have to pay taxes on the amount that is discharged.
That's insane, guys. $230K. Income base, paying, for example, $900, right? I thought, let's say $900, right? For the next, for example, what is it, 20 years, something like that? Like $900 times 12. I can barely type. I'm so nervous here. Times 20. That's around, oh my gosh, $216. You've been paying this bank just in interest. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Just pay this stuff off.
I don't plan on waiting 20 to 25 years to see if that happens. I do plan on creating things and making investments so that I am able.
You can't be investing while you owe all this money. It doesn't work that way. The interest is gonna eat everything up, all your gains. So it's just like, okay, it's like basically throwing water in a bucket while somebody's like throwing the bucket, like the water out. It's like I throw water in, they take the water. You're never gonna fill it up. You're never gonna be done because every dollar's been taken out by this interest stuff.
To tackle that loan when I do have a little bit more money. If anybody out there wants to be a physical therapist, please go to a state school because it's not
Yes.
not worth it to go to a private school.
It isn't.
The steps that I'm taking to reach my financial goal is to pay down as much of my
I hate those barbells, guys. They're so annoying because they have like that long thing like on the edges. I have one of those too. I don't like them. I like the ones at the gym that are like just like two like dumbbells at the side, like the two things like this is like that. That way like you can put it down like this, but you can't put this down anywhere like this, you know?
my car note and my credit card
This girl also has credit card debt and on top of it also has a car note. You see what I'm saying, guys?
debt as fast as possible. And I also have about $2,000 in credit card debt, but that will be gone very soon.
Pays around $450 a month to guys, man, like that is no budging joke, you know? Get rid of this stuff. Stop being comfortable. It's like being comfortable while somebody's stabbing you. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's being comfortable with somebody like stealing your money. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. $482 towards this car payment. Buy a used car. Buy a used car. Used vehicle all the way.
If I can, I'll double up and pay $1,000 in a month just so I can hurry up and get my car note out of the way as well.
Yes, $17,000 on this 2017 Mazda CX-5. Sell the car. Cut your losses. Buy a used car. Look at this, guys. All those cars right there. Just normal cars. Honda Civic. The other car over there. Doesn't matter. It doesn't. Well, that is a nice Audi right there. I'm not gonna lie. That's a nice Audi. This is Stevie, guys, her boyfriend.
He sent me a message one day and then I realized that we had mutual friends. And then he asked me on a date and we went to the movies at Atlantic Station for our first date. My boyfriend...
I love the movies. Terrible first date though. You just can't talk there, you know? I did that too. No, was that our first date? I'm not sure. I don't remember. But don't tell her I don't remember, guys. That's, you know, you gotta remember the first date. I think that was the first date. Let's just say it was.
My friend and I have been together for 7 years and
7 years. That's a long time.
And he is absolutely great. He does save me a lot of money because he buys all my groceries. Whenever we go out to eat, he pays for my food. He buys all my drinks. I don't spend a lot on gas because he drives me everywhere. And he even...
But you still have this $500 car note, right? Guys, man, you gotta be careful living like this lifestyle of this. Like, are you married or are you not gonna get married, you know? This is a very weird lifestyle, you know?
And buys a lot of my clothes and shoes and bags. So that's pretty great. And he has the same philosophy about money that my dad has. So if you work hard, then you should reward.
Terrible idea. Terrible idea. I mean, I want to reward you for having $230,000 in debt, right? It sounds nice, but it's not. These are mushrooms, guys. Like stuffed mushrooms. Looks very fancy. I'm so picky, man. I'm so picky.
Reward yourself for all the hard work that...
Guys, am I being mean in this video? Like, let me know if I'm being mean, okay? I just want to be honest, okay? I don't like rewarding or acting like something's okay when it's not okay, okay? Something's not right here, okay? It's not right. I'm not gonna be like Mr. Nice Guy when something's not going right, okay? I want to be honest. I want to be honest all the time. That's my goal in life.
That you've done with either material things, vacation, or stuff like that. But he does invest too. He does day trading.
Bro, listen to this, guys. Day trading. It's not investing, brother.
And he's also a fashion designer, so he can make some of my clothes as well.
Moving together soon after 7 years. That's insane. 7 years. Well, I've been together with my fiance for 5 years, you know, but we met when we were 19, right? And it really wasn't a relationship until we hit, for example, like this year. We started talking like more about marriage and we started taking things a lot more seriously. That's when things actually turned up and we're like, okay, now we're actually serious. But if I could do it all over again, I would have done it a lot more differently, you know, with purpose.
I wanted to be featured on Millennial Money to let other millennials know that you can live the life that you want and live comfortably even if you have a large amount of student loan debt.
That's false news, guys. Guys, okay. This video is over. I'm sorry. The end. As I promised you guys, okay, I'll tell you if I like a video, if I don't like a video. Now, this video, I don't like it, so I'm gonna go ahead and dislike it. I'm sorry. Now, do I not like Adriana? The answer is, yeah, I like her. It's fine, right? It's nothing personal with the person. It's just philosophy is what I don't like, right? The idea that you can literally be dying in debt and do nothing about it and pretend like it's not happening. It's very, very mediocre. I don't like that idea at all. Now, by the way, when you're this much in debt, the idea of paying just enough to basically cover the interest, the idea that for 25 years, you're just gonna pay the interest, have that loan on you for the next 25 years, the idea that you're gonna be paying $1,000 a month for the next 25 years is just insane to me. The idea that I'm gonna go traveling, eat out, do all this stuff and pretend that basically this is going on, the answer is that's also insane to me. Overall, I did not like this video. Comment down below, let me know. Tell me you went too far this time, you're being way too mean. By the way, she says right here, right, the way she calls her mom cheap and she is drowning in debt. You know, it's not just me, guys. I love how she makes sure to put DR first, but I don't even know what this means, guys, okay? $230,000, you know, look at this, man. I'm not the only person that thinks this way, guys, okay? There's a problem here. There's a problem here. The problem is, hey, you got a ton of debt. You got to fix that. You can't just neglect it, act like it's not there. You got to, it's like being in a house like just mad dirty. You're like, yeah, it doesn't really matter. You know, I'm just having fun here. I'll live. It's whatever. That's why I didn't like about this video, guys. Okay, but guys, comment down below. And by the way, this happens to a lot of people, you know, and it hurts a lot. Hurts me, hurts her, hurts everyone. And sometimes people basically react like, hey, I'm gonna face this. I'm gonna act like it's not here, or I'm just gonna fold. Okay, it's a lot of ways to do this. Okay, she's basically acting like, hey, doesn't matter. Okay, you gotta face these things head on. So she makes 100, what is it called? So she makes 100K, has 3K to her name, gives her friends money for things she doesn't need and calls it support, deserves a vacation every month because she chooses to work 7 days a week, somehow owes 17K and a Mazda, counts what her boyfriend pays for her and is basically finessing him and dating for survival, and her biggest financial regret is going to private school? Somebody make it make sense. We all make financial mistakes, but she has made a series of mistakes in a consistent manner and is in denial about how poor she really is. I hope the spotlight encourages her to make drastic lifestyle and financial changes immediately. Otherwise, she will be doing backbreaking work until her 70s. Guys, this comment was awesome, okay? It does make sense. A little mean, a little forward, the answer is yes, but sometimes you just gotta be honest. You gotta be honest, okay? She's misunderstood what pays yourself first actually means. Terrible, terrible finance. Danny, go ahead and put this, like, these comments in the video that we put in what I'm talking about. But guys, again, I'm not the only one. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. If you want me to react to a video, guys, well, comment down below and let me know. I'll make that video ASAP. On top of that, also, if you want to call me directly, I have a third channel called Time Bryson Show, or the Ask Time Bryson Show, the Ask Tommy Show. I don't know my channel, okay? The Ask Tommy Bryson channel, where I answer calls from Monday to Friday, and I pick up the call, and their calls are basically all free. And also my main channel, links down below to everything, guys. On top of that, follow me on Instagram, Time Bryson. And before I go, as always, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified, and peace.